Hi, welcome back to our home kitchen. It is summertime and we have a ton of extra vegetables in our garden, so today we're going to make some refrigerator pickles.
This super simple method only takes a few minutes. It can help keep your excess produce from spoiling. You can flavor it up the way you like it, and best of all, it requires no canning. Today we're going to do 3 variations. We're going to start with carrots, we're going to do some cucumbers, and we're also going to pickle some onions. So let's get started.
We'll use the same base pickling liquid recipe of white vinegar, water, salt, and sugar. This can be used for many different vegetables such as cauliflower, beets, or even asparagus, so use whichever vegetables you like. You can use this recipe on its own, or you can add some different flavor combinations to suit different vegetables. You can even switch out the white vinegar for another kind like red wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar. Just make sure you look on the label to make sure that it's at least 5% acid. Any lower than that and it won't preserve the vegetables properly. For the cucumbers, we'll be adding dill, garlic, and pickling spice. For the red onions, we'll be adding black peppercorns and bay leaves. And for the carrots, we'll be adding chili flakes and cumin seeds.
There's not much equipment needed at all for this method. You'll need a medium-sized pot, a few jars or containers with lids, and although it's not necessary, a mandolin is nice to help slice vegetables like cucumbers.
Okay, I'm going to start with the vegetable prep. All my veggies are nice and clean, and I'm just going to slice the cucumber on the mandolin, and I'll be peeling and slicing the carrots and the onion.
And while she's doing that, I'll get the ingredients ready for the brine. I've already measured out the water and the white vinegar, salt, and the sugar. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add everything to the pot. So I have 3 cups of water, 3 cups of white vinegar. Today I'm making 3 times the normal recipe of the brine just because we have a lot of vegetables here and I just don't want to run out. I have 3 tablespoons of kosher salt and 3 tablespoons of white sugar. So I've added that all to the pot, and what I'm going to do now is just take it over to the stove and bring it up to a boil.
Okay, so I'm going to blanch the red onion. You don't have to do this, but I don't like the flavor so much when they're raw like this. It's got a more mild flavor. It's more pleasant to eat on its own when they're blanched first. So I have a pot of boiling water that Matt's going to go and get for me. This literally only takes like 10 seconds. This does not take long at all. So this was rapid boil. You dump those in there. You count to 10. Okay. And then you're just going to fish them out with a slotted spoon, or you can drain them too, but we're just going to do this way. Okie dokie. I'm just going to fish them out, put them right back in the same container. Okay. Okay, so there's that. So now those are blanched in there. I don't need that anymore. And then I've got my carrots in here and my cucumbers in there. And we have all of the veggies set up here, and we're going to put the respective flavoring agents. So in the red onions, I'm going to put a couple of bay leaves and a few peppercorns. This is about 10-15 peppercorns. And then in the carrots, I'm going to put just a pinch of chili flakes, not a lot there. And then this is about half teaspoon to a teaspoon of cumin seeds.
And then for our cucumbers, we're just going to put a nice pinch of pickling spice. And then we're going to put some dill and some garlic. The dill that we're using today is fresh, but you can use dried dill also. And just a garlic clove. It was a pretty big one, so I just cut it in half. So we'll just put those in there, and we're ready to go. All right, so our pickling liquid has come to a boil. I'm just going to go grab that off the stove. It's come to a nice rolling boil. All of our salt and sugar has dissolved nicely. So I'm just going to go and pour it on top of all the vegetables. Try not to make a mess. You just want to make sure everything's fully submerged in the pickling liquid. There we go.
Perfect. So now we're just going to let them cool a little bit and then cover them up and put them in the fridge. They're good like this for about a month, and the time it takes to pickle each vegetable is going to vary quite a bit. The red onions, these are going to be ready probably in like an hour. The cucumbers will probably take maybe 24 hours or so, and the carrots though will be like 3 to 4 days probably. It depends on the density of the vegetable. But of course, the longer they sit, the better they'll be. So you can throw.
All right, so it's tomorrow me. We'll give the pickles a taste. Try the onions first. I'm sure they're ready. You can see they're quite translucent now. Quite pickly, quite good. Try the cucumbers. They might not be quite ready yet, but we'll see. They're quite pickly too. They could stand to sit a little while longer, but they're pretty good. The carrots, they're still quite hard. They could use a little longer. I've only been about 24 hours now, but nothing wrong with them, but I would give them another day or two and they're going to be really good.
So, what are your favorite pickling flavors? Are you a classic dill fan, or maybe a bread and butter pickles? Is there any other kind of vegetables you like to pickle? Let us know in the comments.
Did you find this video helpful? If you did, leave us a like and consider subscribing, and we'll see you in our next video. Okay, good job everybody. Shut down the department.